While you were busy binge watching Netflix and playing Fortnite, I was slowly building a wholesaling real estate empire that makes me millions of dollars every single year. While you were complaining about the economy, I was the youngest wholesaler to ever hit 1,000 wholesale deals in a year. While most wholesalers go out here and struggle to close one deal, I was turning my wholesaling business into a Chick-fil-A drive-thru on a Saturday night. Just money coming in every single day. And unlike Chick-fil-A, I'm making money on Sunday. Now, I didn't have to sell my soul to get this rich in wholesaling. And I didn't have to go to the P. Diddy of the wholesaling industry to get rich and successful. No baby oil here. What I did was I systematically was able to scale my wholesaling operations year after year after year after year for massive success. So as of this video, I'm 26 years old, I make millions of dollars, and I do thousands of wholesale deals a year. Now, before you go back scrolling on TikTok and looking at some other bikini model, you're gonna look at this sexy face so you could actually start getting a ton of wholesaling deals. Now, what most people don't understand is, yes, I'm 26 years old and relatively young for my age. I mean, I feel like an old man now. My back hurts every morning, probably from all the weightlifting, but I'm still getting after it and making a lot of money. But what people don't understand is I've been in the wholesaling real estate space for over 9 years. That's how old I am. Like, I basically got started when I was 16 years old in wholesaling. And at 17, I got my first wholesaling deal. So 9 years in the game is like in doggy years, like 90 years of just like wholesaling business, right? I think wholesaling real estate is like doggy years. 2 years in the business is like 10 anywhere else, but it is very true. It ages you very quickly. I mean, just understand that I'm actually a 12-year-old boy, but through the stress of wholesaling, this is what I look like now. But all jokes aside, I've been in this business for 9 years. I've had most of my success is obviously off of compound interest. It might seem like I'm this overnight success, but I've been all in on wholesaling real estate for 9 years of my life. My first 3 years in wholesaling, I wasn't on social media at all. I told myself I had to become a millionaire before I would even make one wholesaling video. I was a millionaire at 20 years old. That was 6 years ago when I started making videos on YouTube. So that's how long I've been in the wholesaling game for. And really my trajectory has been absolutely insane and lucky, but also I'll be honest with you, my rise in success in the wholesaling space on social media is pretty much the same exact rise I've had in wholesaling real estate, where I just do good a year and then I just double doing that and I just keep doubling the following and doubling the money. And the way I'd look at wholesaling is, let's kind of talk about the levels in this game. So there's level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7, level 8, and let's call it level 9. Okay, these are the 9 levels of wholesaling real estate where I'm currently at. I can't really tell you level 10, I'm not 10 years in the wholesale game, but pretty much almost there. So again, my bad drawing strikes again, but this is gonna be like the video game levels of wholesaling. And the thing about it is every single year, you can go out here and upgrade. Unlike Call of Duty, there's no prestiging, but pretty much you have to figure out where in the game you're at. Maybe you're level 4, maybe you're level 7, I don't know. But like everyone obviously wants to get to level 9, that's why you're watching this video. If you're at currently level 3 and you want to get to level 5, you have to get to level 4 and then 5. That's the whole key of wholesaling and kind of like a video game. You just can't skip levels. It's like grade school sometimes. Can't skip the grade. To go to 5th grade and you're currently in 2nd grade, you gotta go through 3rd and 4th grade. Same exact thing here in wholesaling real estate. So my journey is pretty simple. I did 10 deals my first year in wholesaling, able to get to almost 30 my 2nd year, scaled it out to 100 working with Rick when I went full time with him, combining our businesses, doubled that again to like 200, then up to 300 deals, almost doubled it again to 500 my 6th year, 700 deals, 800, and right now approaching over 1,000, right? Almost 100 every single month, a little more than that too. Now you might be like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. That's so impressive. That's great. But like, you know, how do I do it the way that I want to do it? Because I'm not as rich, jacked, handsome, and successful as you, Zach. And obviously under this hoodie is the absolute biggest biceps anybody in the wholesaling space has ever seen, steroid free. But the reason why I got all this success in the wholesaling game was because I just focused on doing one deal at a time and really just leveling up from one level to the other level. So when I was doing 100 deals a year, that's almost 10 every single month, or I mean 8 or 9 roughly, right? I didn't want to go out here and say, okay, how am I gonna do 700? That was never, ever, ever my intention. It was like, well, how do I do like 120, 150? I'll be honest with you, each level, just like in video games, if you ever played Fortnite, GTA or whatever, it gets harder and harder to level up from there. And also it's easier to get to level 2 to 4 than it is to go from 4 to 7 by far, or like 4 to 6. 6, right? It's way harder to get from level 4 to 6 than it is 2 to 4, because the smaller the levels, the less difficulty the settings are at. And it almost gets dang impossible the more you go. But I was able to achieve this and do this in an easy manner by mastering 4 simple things to get to this level. And so if we're gonna zoom this in and show you kind of more what I did, I pretty much had to go here and master 4 main things. Number 1, to level up in the wholesaling game, especially with doing wholesaling deals, I had to know how to get skills. And this was really important in the beginning. This is the most important skill set going in the beginning to start scaling out and doing a ton of money. And this is leveling up your skill set. So it's gonna be going out here and getting better at talking to motivated sellers, get better at closing sellers, get better at finding cash buyers, stuff we teach in freewholesaling.com, my free real estate wholesaling course and community. And that level 1, 2, or 3 is gonna be one of the most important things. But to start going from doing no deals to at least your first deal, right? Skill set's gonna be important, but what's also super important, and this is kind of every level, but it's just gonna be sheer volume. Cannot stress this enough, but volume is gonna be one of the most important things you can do in wholesaling, because to get to 10 deals a year from doing only 1 or 2, volume is how you get there. Volume is the key. Volume is the reason why you are gonna have success or no success. Because for most wholesalers, if I want to know if you're doing deals or if you're not doing deals, all I need to do is just see what your current volume is. For most wholesalers, I'll be straight up with you, you're just not putting enough volume. You're not making enough calls. You're not making enough text. You're not putting enough digital bandit signs out there. You're not drawing for dollars enough. That is your main issue. And so what I can tell you right now is volume is going to be super important. And it's even more important when it comes out to going from level 7, 8, or 9, because it's very difficult to get volume that actually converts well, right? So if you're sending 30, 40,000 direct mail pieces in Port St. Lucie, well, how do you double the amount of deals when you pretty much have maxed out all the high equity? Well, the key here in volume is not volume through marketing in a specific market, but volume with marketing in different marketing markets. So this is going from all of doing mostly South Florida to doing the middle of Florida to Northern Florida, and then going into Georgia, South Carolina, Utah, Oklahoma, Texas, etc. Right? And so volume is going to be really important here. Now, this is kind of more of a thing, it's not as relatable for most people, but I'll let everyone know is scaling. The biggest thing that I could tell you of how I'm able to pretty much make more money every single year without killing myself or going out here and like not mentally losing it is just having people who do most of the work for me. So obviously I'm not calling at all. I mean, first year or two, maybe I was doing that, not texting it all myself, not managing my employees at all. I have managers for my managers for my managers. I mean, I got VAs I'm paying $25 an hour who are like just doing upper management stuff for me. I got VA accountants, I got managers for the accounting team. And the scale is absolutely kind of insane where I'm at right now, but you're never gonna get anywhere in life without scaling correctly. And this is something that you'll find with any business I do in real estate, outside of real estate, is the sheer volume of real estate that I currently own. They're being managed by other people, not me. I'm not going out here and collecting my rent checks and inspecting properties when a tenant moves out and gets no one else. Like, I got people doing that all for me. I know this is cliche and I'm not calling myself a king or something, but if you look at the greatest kings or queens or conquerors of all time in history, they're not going out there with a battle axe themselves. They have an army of 100,000 men in a legion going out here and invading and protecting the homeland for them. Same exact thing you got to do. Napoleon might have been the top guy in France when he was leading everything, but he had generals and envoys and governors to go handle other affairs in the government, right? And that's exactly how wholesaling and business is set up. Once you start getting to $10, $20 million a year, you're not running it all yourself. I mean, even $1 million a year, you're not running it yourself, right? You have financial people, you have marketing people, you have dispositions people, right? You turn into a real organization, not just a high-paying business. So you have everything scaled out correctly. And by far, the biggest key to my success when it comes to really from level 5 to 6, and again, this might be selfish for myself, but I'm just making a video to show you how I actually did this. Level 1 to 4, this 3 was mainly what I did to get there, right? 200, 300 deals a year. Really, to get to about 200 deals in a year, you can do this by yourself with a team, no social media at all. But the last and probably most important one is by far social media. And most wholesalers are too afraid to talk about this, but social media is by far the greatest byproduct for my success in wholesaling real estate right now. Now, obviously, if I delete all my social medias and no one can contact me for JVs, I'd probably cut most of my wholesaling income by half. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm not going to be in a little depression like, oh, I got to make millions of dollars still. Like, I'm still going to be happy and, pretty good about my life. But social media is one of the biggest drivers of my success. This is because if people don't know who you are, they don't do business with you. And because because people know me, my reputation, I've never screwed anybody on a real estate deal in my entire life. They love doing real estate deals with me. Same thing with me, Rick, and my whole team on all of our channels, right? And so people send me deals because they know I have great buyers, they know I have amazing software, they know I have great systems. That's why they work with me. Same exact thing for you. If you want to start getting JV deals, maybe doing 10 deals a year, go on freewholesaling.com. Again, freewholesaling.com is a free coursing community. There's over 51,000 people in that community. I mean, right here is freewholesaling.com. And if you're somebody that just actually wants to get inbound JV deals, or they want to just find a buyer for their deals, all you need to do is go to the map feature. And let's say you go out here and live in Jackson, Mississippi, right? There's currently 36 wholesalers in the community in Jackson, Mississippi. So what you got to do is build a connection network. So hang out with Hafid Muhammad, go out here and talk with your boy, Cameron Reed, right? And go out here and talk to him, right? That's kind of the whole point. You can JV with all these people. And if you have, let's say 40 connections in Jackson, Mississippi, I guarantee each one's going to send you one deal a year. That's 40 deals in a year, all from networking connections, and you can get on the phone with them. This is all what our free community is all about at freewholesaling.com. That is the key to my success. This is why I was able to scale out like crazy in the wholesaling space, because I was able to level up my skills, up my volume, scale out with teams, and go nuts on my social media. Now, my best tip for you if you want to increase your skill sets is obviously going here to freewholesaling.com, how to learn how to wholesale real estate for free, all that great stuff. If you want, you just go to the classroom settings, and right here you can learn wholesaling 101, marketing, ARV offers, acquisitions, dispo, and all these great things. But what is absolutely insane to me is someone says, oh, I don't know how to talk to sellers, or how much do I offer? It's like, bro, just go to the marketing tab, learn how to get your volume and your marketing done. You want to learn how to close sellers, go to the acquisitions tab. I get so many wholesalers that get so dang stressed out. Oh my gosh, how do I get rich? How do I get successful in wholesaling? Only way to get successful is to start leveling up the skills you know. I mean, I'll teach you this stuff absolutely for free. Just go to freewholesaling.com. The word free, the word wholesaling.com. Then from there, if you want to get more volume, I mean, this is so simple. Just make more calls. Like, what else am I supposed to tell you? Just go out here and make more calls. Do more texts. That's just what volume is. If you reach out to more people, you're going to do more deals. Now, obviously, I want you to go out here and do more niche lists. Niche lists are by far one of the best lists you can be doing. Government lists, fire damage property, code violations, drying for $1, stuff like that. But if you're looking to go from like level 2 to 3, you are not going to get 30 extra deals in a market just from probates if you're doing 30 deals a year. It'd be 1 or 2 a month, but not definitely 30. When it comes to just going from level 2 to everything else, you're going to need a wholesaling software, and the top wholesaling software is XLeads. So if you go to xleads.com, this is where I get all my data. It has free unlimited skip tracing, a CRM, all this great stuff. Obviously, you probably know all this stuff, but for as low as $97 a month, you get 25,000 skip trace records. You get a CRM, a dialer, texting, e-signing, drawing for $1 app, all this stuff, your dispo blasting sites, 2 hours of daily onboarding calls, all this great stuff. You can even go to the annual plan to get the Pro and the X plan. But honestly, if you're scaling up, you need to get a software, go to xleads.com. Then for them scaling, you need to start hiring employees. And so that's why you gotta start hiring VAs and start actually running a real operations. Now, when it comes to scaling out, I will tell you that the free information we give at freewholesaling.com is to learn how to get your first deal, 2 deals, 100 grand in wholesaling for free. But then you're gonna have to start leveling up and going into a community of people who are actually scaling out their operations. So you can actually get access to my VAs, other 7-figure wholesaling coaches that help you scale out that have already made millions of dollars. So why I definitely recommend you join M2M. So M2M is called Marketing in Millions. That's our scaling paid school community. Basically, the point of this is we're not going to teach everyone to scale if they're just doing 1 to 2 deals a month. Once you hit like 5, 6 deals, you've done, and you actually want to get VAs and systems, just go to joinm2m.com. That's my paid school community and group, where we are going to give you our virtual assistants included for $4.50 an hour. So they'll do all the calling and marketing for you. Then we'll go teach you exactly how to hire VAs to be managers for you and start scaling out so you can do 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deals a month. But to do that, you have to be qualified, which means you have to be willing to spend a certain amount of money per month in marketing, and you got to be willing to follow our instructions so you can get your first deal. Now, the thing is, you don't even need to get a deal to join M2M. You can join M2M by just going to joinm2m.com. We guarantee your first deal in 90 days or your money back. So if you're looking to scale up seriously, just go to joinm2m.com. But overall, if you want to learn actually your social media game the right way, I will tell you this right now. Social media is probably a game I don't recommend for many, because talking behind a camera is cool and nice. Now, not everyone's all sexy and great as me, but just the amount of return on time is just not there. Like, Going back into it, I'd probably do it again, knowing the success I had. I was pretty early on in wholesaling social media. And I was the only wholesaler willing to teach people for free, and I'm still the only person that teaches wholesaling for free with a course and community, all that stuff. I'd probably just go into other people's groups and start networking like crazy and have a massive Rolodex of people. And I'd probably use that starting out right now in 2025. So again, just go to freewholesaling.com, not the paid group, the free group, go to the map feature and just start networking all the people all over the country. So if you're in Florida, but you're virtually wholesaling in like Colorado Springs, 108 wholesalers in Colorado Springs, DM them all, get them networked, then do JVs with them. So if you're watching this video, I'll probably replace social media with networking, and that's how it starts scaling out like crazy there. So guys, if you're ready to start scaling out and having a ton of success in wholesaling, do me a favor. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to join my paid school group so you can get your first deal in 90 days guaranteed. Got any value from this video? Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.